Hello, everybody. So, this is going to be a bit of an impromptu reading. This is going to be about twin flames. Are twin flames real? And somebody out there really needs this answer or needs the information that's going to come through in this reading because I was legitimately laying in bed and the poll that I posted, goodness, maybe 2 months ago at this point, asking those who believe that they have met their twin flame, if they're currently in union or if they're in separation. And it was about 80-20, 80% being in separation and 20% being in union. So as I'm laying down trying to go to sleep, that poll pops in my head and I'm like, okay. And currently for me, my mind, my heart, my emotions are in buying a house. So I'm not even on the scope of love. So the fact that Spirit brought that to me when I was trying to go to sleep, I'm like, okay, something is up. Somebody needs to know something, or you are trying to bring a message through, Spirit. I will get up out of this bed and go up to the office and get into these energies. So regardless of what you feel about twin flames, whether you believe it's real, you've met your twin flame, or you believe it's just a bunch of malarkey, it's a love story, fairy tale fantasy, set all of that aside. I'm setting my personal thoughts aside on this. I don't really think that often about twin flame, but Spirit wants to talk about it and even showed me the decks to use. So let's get right in. Spirit, through the cards, give us information about twin flames. Are twin flames real? What do you want us to know? Show us twin flames. And I'm just going to shuffle these cards for a minute here and really tap into this energy and step outside of my self and perception. Excellent. I love when cards jump. Are twin flames real? All right. So we'll shuffle those more in a minute. I just really wanted them to jump since this is such an interesting feel. All right, let's see what we have. Enchanting Kiss. Spiritual Awakening Journey. Lessons Learned. And Empathic Connection. Wow, okay. Look at that. Look at what Spirit popped out. I have my eyes closed. I was just shuffling away. Wow, wow. Those of you that are familiar with what twin flames are, look at that. We have Enchanting Kiss, so that physical connection like you have with nobody else. Spiritual Awakening Journey, that is often attached to twin flame connection, like through the connection. There's so much that happens that it facilitates a deep awakening in one or both. Ultimately both of you, but it could happen at different times. Lessons learned, the long, painful journey of a lot of spiritual growth and evolution that is said to happen between twin flames. And then look at that, empathic connection. And that's another thing of twin flames, is where whether you're near or far, you always feel each other, and there it is. So there is definitely something to this phenomenon. Let's pull some more cards and see what else Spirit wants to add to this. There. Change yourself. Intimate conversation. Our photographs. Distance and disconnection. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I just want to point this out here at the end. Like, honestly, I had no idea what Spirit was going to bring through. And those of you that really need this right now, like, Spirit has heard you. The angels heard you. They got me up out of my bed. All right. empathic connection, and look at that, distance and disconnection, whether near or far, there is a connection that exists. You feel them, they feel you. All right, so Spirit, I feel, is very much confirming the story of the twin flame. Now, whether you believe it's one soul divided into two bodies, or, you know, soulmates that are together for many, 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 many lifetimes through a romantic connection to grow and expand, whatever your personal perception is about the twin flame, what I take from this reading so far is that the idea of twin flame is a real phenomenon. What that exactly means may be where the confusion comes into place. Like, perhaps we don't know exactly the magnitude, the full depth of what a twin flame is, what they're meant to bring to us, how they're meant to expand. Okay, so that's my takeaway so far, and what Spirit's bringing out is this is a real phenomenon, but I think we don't understand consciously exactly what it means. There is a lot of emphasis on like this romantic connection, and what I see here coming out in the cards so far is this is more about a soul connection that is meant to truly expand and evolve. You know, each person involved in a lot of different ways, and here with lessons learned in our photographs, this to me is a connection that no matter what, there is always going to be this like tie between the two of you where you think about each other, you reminisce, you'll look each other up if we're not together, okay? You'll look each other up. You'll never quite be able to get over this one. They'll never quite be able to get over you. Wow. Like I said, I had no idea what Spirit would bring into this reading, and look at this, change yourself. We have that spiritual awakening as well. So this twin flame energy is like the major facilitator of change on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in the 3D realm as well. But this journey of the twin flame, it does not look like it's this easy happily ever after love fairy tale that a lot of people attach attach their belief of the twin flame journey to that, like, oh, it's my forever love, and it, you know, once we get it right, like, it's just going to be like we're running off into the sunset. And I don't see that in the cards. What I see here is it's more about the connection of the soul, of the heart between two people, whether they're together or they're separated. A connection that never fades, that never dies, is inspiration in the dark, can also be the facilitator of bringing you into a dark space. Wow, this is deep. Let's pull some more cards and see what else Spirit would like to add. I'm going to pull from a different deck now. Okay, wow. The Divine Masculine of Roses. This is somebody who is fully ready to be in a solid relationship, has everything together mentally, emotionally, in the physical realm as well. And so what I'm getting is this connection is to evolve both of you into this energy. And then we have Six of Thoughts, freedom, moving on, transition. So breaking away from the norm, from the crowd, and that pairs perfectly with that spiritual awakening journey. Regardless of what comes to pass after you meet this person that is twin flame, regardless of what happens between the two of you, ultimately there's an awakening that happens that allows both of you to break free from something that would hold you back or really hinder you this life journey. The twin flame, gosh, Spirit is like, this isn't about love and romance. This isn't about love and romance, even though that's where you identify and connect with this twin flame energy. This is like almost more information than I can handle. Okay, distorted energy, pressure, scarcity. Yeah, there's a big distorted perception of what the twin flame journey really is. And that's why Spirit is like, let's talk about this, because this distorted perception of what it's supposed to be, what it is, causes deeper pain than needs to be present. Okay, bringer of emotions, token of affection, or a romantic offer. So this is like, we're supposed to, be in love, be happily ever after. And I'm like, Spirit, why are we raining on the twin flame parade? What's going on? Let me just kind of sit with this energy for a minute. Like I said, it's a lot. How is the best way to express this? This is really deep, guys. Twin flame energy is, oh my gosh. Twin flame energy, twin flame connection, twin flame journey is to literally break karmic cycles, karmic patterns, past lifetimes that it's like you can't break free from, they can't break free from. And that's why the twin flame journey feels so crazy, feels so chaotic, feels so turbulent, so emotionally draining and almost barbaric at times. It's to break these like karmic cycles. Gosh, Spirit, let me pull some more cards while I marinate on how to even articulate what Spirit is trying to express here. It's literally like, even though the physical expression, manifestation, experience of the twin flame journey could be really crazy and chaotic, the crazier chaotic it is, the more like karmic balance, purging, release, lessons finally gained for major evolution of the soul. And that might not seem like much, but that's why we're all here incarnated anyways, is for the evolution of the soul. And romance is just a humanized version of the love energy, of the frequency, the vibration of love. And so with twin flame, it depends upon which you are trying to break out of karmically, as well as what your twin flame is trying to break out of karmically this life journey. That's truly what dictates how you will experience each other, whether you end up together in the long run or not, because some twin flames have a very harmonious experience, right? We're looking at about 20%, maybe it's even 10%, those who had said that they are in union with their twin flame at present. I didn't ask further, like, did we have a separation or was it beautiful from the beginning? What I feel is for twin flames who have a much more peaceful journey, the karmic energy, okay, it's either like we're going to break each other out of these karmic chains through our interaction in this life journey, or we're going to be like the safe place to land, the sanctuary, after all those karmic energies have been completed through other soulmates. Oh my goodness, Spirit. All right, let's pull some more cards. Okay, Spirit is just coming through to have a harmonious twin flame journey from the get. is really more about how spiritually evolved or awakened you are when you come in to union. But most often, the twin flame meeting, union of the first time, is the facilitator of a deeper spiritual awakening, opening you up to different aspects, different depths of your emotional spectrum within, feeling your soul, feeling your own energy in a different way, as well as for the twin flame. Whew. Oh my gosh. And that's the distortion. Okay. So, how Spirit was saying that our perception of what the twin flame journey is very distorted. Talking about that karmic energy. You know, a lot of times, you know, in different readings, when we're looking at twin flame, it's talking about, oh, third party karmic, they're off with the karmic right now. That needs to be viewed differently. That karmic energy is not the same type of energy between two twin flames. Whatever those third party influences are, that's a whole different spectrum outside of it. So to say, like, when twin flames are separated, one is with the karmic, that's not precisely correct. It's not. It's like there's so many different players in the game of life, and whether we perceive each other as friend or enemy, we all play a part in each other's life. We all have a movement, and these like perceived third party karmics, that's like a whole different layer of soul growth, of evolution outside of this connection, this contract, the main purpose of this journey, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It's like, because of all these lifetimes spent, there's this natural familiarity within each other. It's like a home base feeling. It's something that you both will always come back to, whether we're together or we're apart. It's a place inside. They awaken it in you, you awaken it in them, and no matter what's happening in life, it's a place to which you always can return to each other, to find each other, even if we're not together in the physical realm. And through this connection, this strength, this stability, it's like that. Without this, there are certain choices that would be made over and over again in this lifetime as they were in past lifetimes. But because of the magnitude, the gravity of this connection, it's so strong. It's gotta be that strong to break those. Like, it's like a spirit showing me a cycle. And that's why not everybody feels like they have a twin flame, or that it's not a real phenomenon, because it's not pertinent to their life journey, this life journey. The twin flame thing, it's like it's breaking, like you guys at the soul, so connected at the soul, that energy is so strong that it allows you guys to break out of lifetimes of like some lesson, some part like that you just can't quite evolve into. And even saying that, it's like I'm coming up short with like the depth of the way that Spirit is showing this to me. And so these third party situations have absolutely nothing to do with this twin flame journey and connection. It's like a whole different layer, and Spirit doesn't even want to talk about that. Wow. All right, let's pull some more cards. Argument, defeat, manipulation. Okay. For emotions, habit, routine, ungrateful. Ace of Roses, gift, opportunity, pleasant surprise. Divine timing, cycles, shifts, timing. and messenger of emotions, messages from the heart. All right, the biggest thing here is for you to not feel like you're crazy because you feel this connection so deeply with somebody. For those of you who are separated from this person, that you just feel this connection so deeply, because we have the empathic connection with this messenger of emotions, messages from the heart. You guys will both truly be able to read each other's emotions. And I feel that when they're very strong in your energy, and that's when they're thinking about you, therefore their energy is projected towards you, you pick up on that, you feel that, you don't realize that it's their projection. Maybe sometimes you're like, yeah, I feel their energy all around me, but you may think it's just because you're so in tune with them that you just are always feeling them. But it goes both ways. If they were not actively thinking about you and feeling about you, you wouldn't feel it strong like that, okay? When somebody's energy is like all up in your space, it's because they've projected themselves there through their thought and their emotion. Just like when you are really thinking about them and feeling about them, you are projecting yourself into their space. It's not an intentional thing. It's just what happens because we're all connected and we're truly just a thought away from each other, okay? And so you both do this, and that's why at times it feels so strong. And if it wasn't mutual, this would eventually taper off and taper out. And so when you continually over time at moments just feel their presence so heavy that you're like, oh my God, did they pass? Is that why I'm feeling them so strong? No, it's that you're picking up on the projection of their energy, because you do have this empathic connection, and your hearts will always communicate with each other, because whether you're together or apart, you are still helping each other. And I just keep hearing inspiration, inspiration, inspiration. Even if things kind of ended badly and what separated you, you both still draw upon emotional strength and inspiration because of that connection, because you know they exist in this world. They know you exist in this world. They touch you in a way nobody else can, which is very inspiring, very activating, and you have that same impact and effect. But just depending on what cycle you both are trying to break out of really dictates how you experience each other this life journey. And this is just a very general reading about, is twin flames a real thing? Is it real? And I have to say, Spirit has spoken. It is real. It's just our current perception and concept of it is a bit distorted. And because of that, even though like I feel I'm receiving new information from Spirit about this topic that I've never really experienced before, I'm still falling short of fully grasping it because it's so unknown to even me. Okay, so I do have to acknowledge that. And some of you might have the missing pieces here that are just evading me because you are a part of this journey of twin flames, so you understand it. But here, with the divine timing and lessons learned, separation, as painful as it can be, is more healing and evolving than being together at times. But I feel like you guys, if this is like truly your twin flame, I feel like at some point in this life journey, you guys will find your way back. Or if you can't find your way back together romantically, it's like we're friends, or we communicate, or we check in on each other from time to time. I don't feel like the communication is forever closed off for true twin flames. I don't. With this, it's like here is the argument, feeling defeated, not seeing eye to eye. and it makes you guys go your separate ways because you're both really trying to break out of a cycle that comes from past life energy, past lifetimes, where at the soul, you've really been struggling through each incarnation, and you, before you incarnate in any given life, you have a blueprint of what you want to achieve at the soul. And evolving the soul is a slow process when you think of like Earth years, linear time. It's a very, very, very slow process. And so you too, it's like, this is interesting that Spirit's showing it to me like this. Think back when you were, in like kindergarten, first grade, and I don't know if you all experienced this, but this is the memory that Spirit just took me back to for myself so I could better explain this. Like going on field trips and stuff, you had to have a buddy and had to hold hands the whole time so that you didn't lose each other. And, I just remember that in like first grade, like kindergarten, first grade, going on like field trips and different things, and you had to have your buddy, and the teacher assigned you your buddy, and it was your job to keep hold of their hand. It was their job to keep hold of my hand, or, you know what I'm trying to say. And that's how Spirit is presenting this to me, is at the soul level, you guys, that's your job, is to hold each other's hand through multiple, like thousands of lifetimes. Okay. And that's why the connection is so strong. That's why you feel that's my true love. Nobody compares. Even if you feel like your twin flame just is a hot mess express, you still love them, and you're like, I don't know why. It's because of this like cycle of lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Like, you're holding each other's hands, and you're keeping each other safe. And at the soul, that's how it goes. But the way that this physically manifests in the 3D realm will, come into play as the way that will evolve each of you the greatest. And that's not always easy. It's like what cracks us, what breaks us open is what grows us the most, right? And that's just the truth of anything. Like, think of a professional athlete. Think of the grueling training and dedication and sacrifice that they have to give to build their body to that point, to be that machine, to be unstoppable, right? That's painful. It's discipline. It's sacrifice. And that's, evolution of the soul. It's, when life is good and easy, that's a part of things, but what really grows you and changes you is that hard stuff. And so you and Twin Flame, lifetime after lifetime, you hold each other's hands, but you also bring each other the hard stuff, okay? And I feel the majority of Twin Flame journey is that we're breaking out of karmic cycles that don't have anything to do with each other, but our own personal soul growths. And we're helping each other, we're holding each other's hands through and doing what needs to be done in this life journey so that you both can break free out of your own karmic energies and cycles. And again, that third party influence, that's a whole nother layer that has nothing to do with this connection, could never even compare to this connection. But at times, if you guys need to be separated on your journey for the greatest growth and change, because remember, we've got this change yourself right here for the greatest growth and change. It could feel like for you or your twin flame that another person is the one, but that will fade in time because that is only a distraction, or there's a lesson to be learned there, and it will fizzle and fade out over time. Okay, but wow. Yeah, it's like Spirit says, don't look at, it's not to say twin flame energy and love isn't romantic and all that, but Spirit's saying don't look at it through those eyes. Look at it through, look at this, habit, routine. Look at your twin flame as the energy, the one that's breaking you out of things that you have struggled to evolve in past lifetimes, and you do the same for this person. And the bond that exists between the two of you is deeper than humanized romantic love. It's so much bigger than that. Like, that's just, I keep going back to each other's buddies, like making sure each other doesn't get lost lifetime after lifetime. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. To me, that's more beautiful than some fairy tale. That's, I mean, wow. And you guys just, nobody else will compare. They won't. And if you view the twin flame journey more as your greatest tool, your partner for soul evolution, that will take away some of the pain of separation, or if they are with somebody else romantically at this time. Like, what you guys have is so beyond the humanized version of love, and Spirit wants you to know that. All right, let's pull some more cards. And I'm going to pull some journeys, some different journeys, what some of your journeys look like here. Repeating signs, true forgiveness, twin flame journey. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, this is your little twin flame journey. Obviously there's something that happens or a separation here, but it's like all signs will eventually lead you guys back. And you both will know what true forgiveness is, and returning back to the most pure part of you, your true essence, your inner child. Okay? And look at that twin flame journey. This one here, you guys will definitely have a beautiful romance. But this, to me, it feels more of like, oh my gosh, and remember, what did I say? Like in kindergarten, first grade, you gotta hold your buddy's hand so nobody gets lost. Look at that. Oh, what a beautiful synchronicity that is. Yeah, this one right here, you guys will find a way, but I know that it's a bit of a bumpy ride to this point, but it's like you guys will break out of these karmic energies and come into this. But no matter what, connected or separated, there will be no closer connection, relationship that either one of you share. Wow. All right, let's look at another scenario. As I'm saying that to put the cards in, this just flipped out. Our memories, yeah. There will be no other. That's definitely a union that gets back together. All right, show us another one. The Spirit's like, stop right there. Okay. Okay, well, give us some more information then. Give us more information then. Oh, look at that. Disillusionment, patience, and timing. That's why Spirit is bringing you to this reading. Like, Spirit wants you to see the twin flame journey and experience from a whole different perspective. It's all about breaking out of karmic cycles, like gaining these lessons that you've struggled with in past lifetimes, so you both can finally be free of it this lifetime. Patience and timing. Like, you guys will figure this out somehow, some way. But it's like the disillusionment has to happen, and breaking free from like this super over romanticized idea and version of what twin flame energy is. All right, let's pull some more cards. And like, Spirit's even telling me, even with this, all we've brought out in this reading, there are so many more layers to this journey. Like, we're just barely scratching the surface. So this might be more readings to come on this topic. I didn't plan on doing this. Like I said, I was in bed and my God, it just washed over me and I could not, there was no sleep. So I was like, all right, I will get up. I will go do this reading. Spirit, I feel you. Okay, what do we have? Ego consciousness, inescapable connection, total alignment. Yeah, so Spirit's just confirming over and over. We both must really break free out of this ego consciousness, and that is going to manifest differently in each of you and come into this spiritual awakening, which your connection, your initial union with each other is going to be the activator, the catalyst, the facilitator of going from ego consciousness into this more spiritually based awareness of self and all things around. And look at, lessons will be learned for sure through the awakening. And here it is again, the inescapable connection once you meet. No matter what happens, like, you guys are never far from each other. You're truly, truly not. And there comes a point where you guys are meant to come into total alignment because you're going to break free of these karmic energies. And these are not punishments or anything like that. You both really help each other grow, evolve, and expand at the soul. That's like the main purpose of the twin flame union. What I'm getting out of this particular reading. Let's pull some more cards. To love life through labors is to be intimate with life's innermost secret. Wow, Spirit is really trying to fully awaken you and activate you to your twin flame union. And look at the main word for this card is work. So twin flame journey is all about work of the soul. That is the main purpose of it. Next is tell it not in words, talking. There it is. You guys have that empathic connection, the communication at the soul in a way that neither of you will ever experience with another person. You don't need words to communicate with each other. Exalt your reason to the height of passion. Reason and passion. Wow. And I like this. This to me represents you guys on the earth plane. And then your souls on a higher dimension. And how, look at, they're holding each other on the higher dimension. You never let go. You never let go. Oh my gosh. This is such a beautiful reading. I had no idea what was going to come. Let's see. I do want to pull a few more cards to see if Spirit will give us more information. Okay, so we have a letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So Spirit is also trying to help some of you really move beyond pain of the twin flame journey and let you know all is well. And this is, you can rise higher in perception and see things much, much differently and realize like the divinity and sacredness of this connection that you guys truly share. And also with the letting go of these like karmic cycles and lessons that have not been learned in past lifetimes. You guys are the facilitator for each other for that. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. So Spirit is really trying to bring you into a new understanding. And finally, prosperity. Things are going to be okay. Like this, all of you who come to this reading, I feel there is a moment in this life journey where you and your twin flame do come together and have a harmonious experience with each other, rather than all this, crazy turbulence. But it takes work for both of you, okay? And whether near or far, you are each other's greatest inspiration, source of strength, source of comfort, no doubt. I feel there will be more readings in the future on this subject, but Spirit really wanted somebody to know this and hear this about this twin flame. Is it real? Yes, it is. It's our perception about it that's distorted, and Spirit wants to open us and expand us into that higher understanding, to bring healing, to ease heartache, to bring greater understanding, so you can flow in this lifetime much, much easier. So those are the messages from this reading. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.